What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We gonna do a quick live stream. I know my guy RB is live streaming. He hit me up late. We couldn't, do the thing together. But hey, good news. Doc Rivers hired to the Sixers, and even more better news because once a candidate to possibly be the head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers, Alvin Gentry, to possibly be the assistant. I mean, at the end of the day, that's great. You get a guy who had head coaching experience from the Suns and the Pelicans. He did a pretty good job with these young guys. They were a little bit under 500. You had the Zion Williams injury, but hey, they got the best out of these guys. It is what it is. I got my guy Doc Rivers in the background. He's waiting. He'll come on a podium next. But hey, I mean, the Sixers made a big move. Now, I know there's some concern going around. I had it myself for the 3-1 blunders. But look, you got to look at personnel. You got to look at a lot of different things. And here's my thing on that. It's a record. I mean, he's the only coach in NBA history to blunder 3-1 leads, but you got to look at it. The first one was a young Orlando Magic team, young Tracy McGrady. You got to remember, I think they were the 8th seed, so they weren't even supposed to be in that situation. Clippers, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, and CP3. I mean, they're always injury prone, and these guys haven't got it done themselves past Doc Rivers. And then lastly, the Clippers again, you got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. You heard Paul George and the whole team really talk about that bubble and how it really hurt them. The bubble hurt them. So if the bubble hurt them, you can't be that mad at the coach. Yeah, should he have motivated them better? I guess. But PG talking about he was depressed. Lemon Pepper Lou leaving to go do what he got to do. Lou Williams, one of the best six-man in the game. He won six-man forever. This man could not make a three for his life. He was shooting like 11%. So look, what Doc's going to bring to Philly is a foundation, a culture, a winning culture. He won a lot more than he lost. He is an NBA champion. So be it with the big three in Boston. But what's going on, everybody? Big play slaying here. Montreux family in the building. Zeke fan. Doc is good, but in the playoffs. Vic 3, a channel member in the building. Lawrence Jane, what's up, my guy? Kevin Corin, what's going on? Nina in the building. Jersey Boy, another channel member. What's going on? Yo, what's up, Mike? We got Doc. Can't wait to see how he builds this team. Correct. Tobias Harris, I believe, is staying because if you think about it, Tobias Harris has some of his best numbers with Doc. I think Doc plays him at the 4 next to Joel Embiid. And so he's not having to go with these quick guards at the 3 position because the 3 position is a little bit smaller than what it used to be, And if Gentry comes along in the Doc package, I'll cry tears of joy. No exaggeration. I agree. You get guys who are established. Like I said, Gentry hasn't been great as a head coach, but that's why he'd be a great assistant. And he's been on some winning organizations as an assistant. He did okay with the Suns and the Pelicans, but he didn't have much to work with. And like I said, I got my guy Doc Rivers in the back. He's going to come on and take the podium in a little bit. But for now, we're going to answer some questions. But listen, what I think this does for a guy like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, it is going to keep these guys motivated. It shouldn't be that way, but that's what it is. Joel Embiid, biggest downfall is his fitness, his eating, and him taking things serious. Doc's going to change that. And we all know Ben Simmons' biggest problem is he's afraid to shoot. Rajon Rondo, not part of the big 3, but a nice 4-piece, couldn't shoot. Doc gave him the confidence. And I can see Doc Rivers doing a lot with Ben Simmons, just as a playmaker in general. Finally, a real coach in Philadelphia. Hey, man, listen, Brett Brown was long overdue to get up out of here. We pretty much sacrificed Jimmy Buckets for Brett Brown, and it didn't go the right way. I mean, we should have been cut ties with Brett Brown. I understand he stuck around throughout the process, tanked with us, but look what we missed in the process. Markelle Fultz not getting Tatum. Like, what? Are we really serious? So there was a lot of blunders. Saab Banks said finals. Hey, listen, you already know the East is like Giannis and them Bucks. Who knows how they go? I do believe Giannis is going to sign with the Bucks and stay with the Bucks. However, the East is not that hard. You had the Sixers last year, not last year, the year before, when it was bounce, 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 that close. We're going to see that Joel Embiid, who dominates the down low, he'll still shoot his jump shots, but he will not be on the 3-point line like he was last year. Listen, this team is just going to look more disciplined. This is a team that was the best home team in the NBA and one of the worst on the road. That is a lack of discipline, a lack of accountability, and that just goes to show that we need this man. And like I said, I got this man in the background. You know what I'm saying? We just going to chill out for a little bit, talk some Sixers basketball. But look, we just watched the Miami Heat show that the East is weak. I mean, the Lakers came out and ran all through them yesterday. And with the injuries, I don't know if they're even going to get a game, to be honest. Jackie Turner, facts. Brett Brown was a joke. You already know. Maverick County, what's going on? What's going on? Should the Sixers trade for Lonzo Ball? Nah, can't do that. Really don't fit. We got the point guard. You might be hearing some CP3 talk soon with Doc Rivers being like that, maybe using Ben Simmons at the 4 more, even though I like Tobias Harris there. And like I said, Tobias Harris is a contract I kind of want to get out from under. However, he's going to be better with Doc. Doc got the best out of him in the Clippers when they were together. And so the one contract I want to move, if I'm a Sixers fan, well, not if, because I'm a Sixers fan, is the Al Horford contract. If we can get that out of here, free some room. You got Buddy Hield hitting all through IG and Twitter that he wants to come to the Sixers. I mean, a guy like that, that's what the Sixers lack. A ball handling guard who can create his own shot when things ain't going right. For a guy like Joel Embiid, he got the pick and roll and all that. Gentry has that offensive mind. I agree. And Doc Rivers also is an offensive-minded coach. We got the defense. You got the gurus and Joel Embiid down low, Ben Simmons on the wing. Josh Richardson is a guy who possibly could be traded as well. And don't forget our young boy, Matisse Thybulle. The defense is there. We need the offense to get right. Shout out to my guy, Jersey Boy, with the $5 super chat. He said, gotta get rid of Horford's contract ASAP. We need shooters and wings who can create their own shot. Should be the best team in the East. I just said exactly what you said. Great minds think alike. My guy, Jersey Boy, appreciate the super chat, my bro. And channel member, much respect to you. But yeah, I agree. The East is up for the taking. Look what the Heat did. The Bucks are the Bucks. Giannis is going to come back. They're going to be great in the season, but can they take the next step? I believe this signing is putting the Sixers in that next step category for the simple fact that you're going to maximize Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. And this is what I've been saying all the time that Brett Brown was there. If we see that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid completely don't work with a coach like Doc Rivers and possibly Alvin Gentry, well, then you talk about moving one and building around one with shooters. But now is the time we're going to see, can we maximize these guys? Because I think you can. He needs to bring an assistant that just coaches Simmons to shoot. Hey, like I said, Doc is a no-nonsense guy. He had Rondo, who Ben Simmons is totally way better than Rondo was when he first got into the league. But they had that same mindset. Didn't want to shoot, was afraid. He got the little floater, got the little jumper, all under Doc Rivers. The East is lucky LeBron ain't there now. LeBron is taking care of the West. You already know. With Doc as coach, you think that will entice bigger name players to Philly? Yeah, listen. Buddy Hield, I heard that when Doc got signed to the Sixers and it got posted on Instagram, Buddy Hield liked it. Like, Buddy Hield is not the biggest name, but he's a guy who's upcoming. I'm telling you, he's going to be nice. And, I mean, he's on the Kings still. He's been hinting all offseason or all, bubble season because they weren't in the playoffs about coming to the Sixers. And now he's liking a post that Doc is to the Sixers. So, hey, definitely going to. They got Doc Rivers. You already know. They signed Doc Rivers to a 5-year deal. I think it's a great move. You had other guys out there. Mike D'Antoni, to me, was just a no-go from the grip. I was 50-50 on Ty Lue. Mike Dunson, move Simmons. He sucks. We need people who can shoot. Well, that's the thing. I got to see Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid under different management. I'm talking about that guy right there. Once I see that, then I'll go ahead and then we all make our decision on what it is. But I understand you. The shooting frustrations continue for all of us. With Doc as the coach, oh, my bad. I got that one. Von215 said, you already know the shades on. We out here styling. Or maybe Aaron Gordon from the Magics. I like Aaron Gordon. If CP3 come to Philly, I'm going to go nuts. Like when our Dirty Birds won the Super Bowl and Buddy Hield to Philly should be a campaign. You already know. I like that. Build around Embiid. Hey, I'm a big Embiid fan. I should be wearing my jersey right now doing this, but this was a last minute stream anyways. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Love the Doc Rivers hire. You already know. Glenn Rivers, a.k.a. Doc Rivers, in the building. He's right there, man. He got his hands on his hips. He's ready to come to the podium, but I got to do a little talking first. It's been a while since I did a live stream in general, but the Sixers, I mean, what better news to go from Brent Brown to Doc Rivers? We had, Mike D'Antoni, Ty Lue, even Alvin Gentry, who can possibly be the assistant. Talk about a head coach and assistant tandem of them two. It's going to be great. Coconut 73, can he get the best out of them? Hey, if he can't do it, then I don't know who can. When I heard that the Pelicans wanted him too, I was like, wow, Pelicans got all this young talent. But then I realized Doc Rivers always been a guy, who's always been a coach who wants to get someone who's already developed. And Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are 75% developed. We just need that other 25%. The other 25% for Joel Embiid is just the getting in shape, staying in shape, fitness, and eating habits. That will change his whole body and attitude. And the other 25% for Ben Simmons, as we all know, just a little jumper. That's all he needs. Chris Paul is staying with OKC, maybe, for the simple fact that they did good. He likes all the young boys over there, and who knows what he'll cost. How long to Austin Rivers? Austin Rivers to the Sixers. Hey, he tried to bring his son wherever he go, but I don't know. The Rockets are, I don't know who's going to be the Rockets' new coach. They're so small. They're going to need some big. So, hey, Austin Rivers and something for Al Horford. There you go. The best of both worlds. You got the dad, Doc Rivers. We get Austin Rivers plus somebody else for Al Horford and something. So we get Al Horford's contract out. We get Austin Rivers, who can come off the bench with some scoring. He ain't the best, but he's better than Al Horford at this point and what we need. Simmons and Horford for Fox and Buddy. Hey, I think Buddy Hield's trying his best to get to Philly throughout the whole bubble and offseason, whatever this offseason we got called. He's been hinting on social media about the Sixers. And he liked a post on Instagram that talked about Doc Rivers to the Sixers. So it should be good. It should be interesting. Let me turn my phone down. That was the best thing Doc could have done leaving the West. You already know the West is tough out there. Bring his son back to back up Simmons. Learn off them both, coach and player. Don't think of Buddy. Didn't think of Buddy. Oh, my bad. Hey, like I said, he's been hinting that he wants to come to Philly. I don't know if it will actually get it done because you do got to check contract and money. And right now, Al Horford's contract is killing us. Tobias' contract is killing us too, but he still offers a higher upside than Al Horford. So that will be the first contract I try to get. I'll give you a good trade for Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell. Nah, I'm good. I can see CP3 getting at Embiid, and he might be what we need. Hey, but a lot of people don't like to play with CP3, so I've been told. So we all heard. No more excuses for Ben and Joel. They need to look in the mirror. Hopefully Doc gets the best out of them. That's the facts. I've never been a guy who's just a blind witness, but what I said is I can't get rid of either one of them two without seeing them under a different head coach. Do you think we can win a championship with Doc? Hey, Doc won a championship with a big 3. And right now we got a big 2. Tobias is a half. We got a 2.5. If we can move Al Horford's contract, and I'm liking the whole move to the Houston, that we get out of the money, we get Doc. They get a big man because they don't got a big man, and then we could try to get a Buddy Hield, a Victor Oladipo, a Davis Bertans, who's not in their league, but he's cheap, and that's instant shooting at the wing. You know what I mean? So, hey, the Sixers were a couple bounces away from going against the Bucks and possibly getting to the championship. I think it's definitely in the realm of possibilities. if we can build around our players, I think we are the team to beat. And if we get a good draft, I can only imagine our ceiling. Exactly. And so far, we haven't been the best at drafting. So you get a guy like Doc who probably gets some say. And it is what it is. Like I said, if you haven't watched my Doc Rivers video I just put out about an hour and some ago, I pretty much said what I really feel about it, which we're going to talk about here. But man, they were sitting down watching game one of the NBA Finals. And I said, there's no way Doc is leaving without a contract. I mean, eating dinner, watching LeBron go to work. It was inevitable. Preto said healed for Horford and picks 34 and 36. Sign me up on the dotted line. Hey, yo, you hear that? You hear that? Just making sure he hears that we need to go acquire Buddy Hield. Talk to Elton Brand. Get it done. My man's in the back. Listen, he's like, wow, it's y'all. You've been talking for 16 minutes already. Let me get on the podium. 1 second, my guy. 1 second. Yeah. LOL, straight up, no D'Angelo. You already know. Hield can complete the big three. Like I said, Hield's young. I think he has potential. Andrea, finally, a real coach. Doc is the spark plug we need. Trust the Sixers are going to take off on the East. You already know. I'm all about that. What about Brook Lopez? I'm cool with the bigs. I mean, we could get a big to back up Embiid, but we don't need to get one of them known names that in the NBA and free agency you're going to have to pay dollars for. I'm ready for just like a guy like Norvell Pell to back up because, like I said, if this man gets Joel Embiid in shape, maybe he plays better. He is not so much a liability when it comes to health. And I like it. Like I said, Doc Rivers brings a winning culture to the Sixers. The foundation he's able to bring. He's an offensive-minded coach. I love the fact that he was a point guard back in the day. Alvin Gentry comes here, great assistant. You know, you really can't go wrong with that. Again, I think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are stars in the NBA, and they're only at 75% of their peak. I think this guy is going to be the guy to get them over the top. Dang, Mike, how you get in the locker room? Big ball, and you already know, man. I got my guy over there waiting a little bit. He's getting a little impatient. He want to get up on a mic and talk his talk. But, hey, Doc Rivers to the Philadelphia 76ers. If he can get Buddy, no one can. I think that's true. If he can't get Buddy, then no one can. I agree. But, again, it's going to have to go through Elton Brand being the general manager. But I like the sign. And like I said, he came to Philly, and he definitely watched the whole game one of the finals, you know, eating some food, chopping it up. And I said the Sixers cannot allow this man to leave. I made a joke on Twitter, though, about the only way he leaves Philly without a contract is if he jokes around about that 3-1 lead 3 times too much. But he didn't do that, and I was just kidding anyway, so. X out the live chat, click that like button, then click back in and come back in and chill. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, all 56 of you. Do me a favor, smash that like button. It's quick, it's free, it's cheap. All you got to do is click off the live chat, hit that button, and come in and chop it up for a little bit more. Let me know all your instant reactions. How do you feel about Doc? Because when I made the video 3 days ago, as soon as Doc Rivers got fired from the Clippers, I made a video. And I would say 65-70% of my comments were like, let's go get Doc. Let's go get Doc. But there was a good 30% who didn't want Doc Rivers. Now, I did do a video an hour and a half before I came on here, and it's all been pretty good Doc. We had some people talking about, I wanted Ty Lue, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, definitely let me know what y'all instant reaction was when you heard that Doc Rivers signed a 5-year deal. Did the Sixers add any players? Not yet. No players yet. Like I said, we got some stuff we got to get busy on. Like I said, if we can move Al Horford's contract, that is a super successful offseason. You're talking about Doc Rivers. You're talking about possibly adding Alvin Gentry as an assistant, moving Al Horford. If we can get a Buddy Hield, even if we end up getting an Austin Rivers just as a backup scorer off the bench, is great because that's what we lacked. We lacked ball handling guards who can create their own shot, pick and roll, and shoot. And it'll be great. North Philly Mo said, "Great signing." You already know it was. It was great. We are extremely lucky to get Doc, especially with the staff he's looking to put together. Exactly. Straight facts. Trade Mike Scott to Orlando Magic, sign Michael Beasley. They both kind of trash, to be honest. What up, Philly Mike? How about the Doc Rivers signing? Say goodbye to Brett Clown. Hey, shout out to Brett Brown for trusting the process. I mean, listen, when we were tanking and all that, winning like 5, 10 games, it was cool. But once we got the guys who we can put in the right situations, he just wasn't the guy for the job. He wasn't the guy for the job. The kid Ace 11 moved Toby. He's garbage. Here's my take on Tobias Harris. If we can move him, I'm for it. However, I think if you have to move only one, Tobias or Al, even though Tobias makes more, there's more upside with Tobias in this system at the number 4 spot because he played the 4 for the LA Clippers and Doc Rivers got the most out of Tobias. I think when he was playing at the 3 or just flip-flopping, he wasn't able to get it. Plus, Brett Brown. Listen, is Tobias Harris a max contract guy? No, not at all. However, you put him in Doc's system where he was averaging 2 or 3 more points a game, higher field goal percentage, higher 3-point percentage. I think you get more out of him. His role increases, bends and B's, and it doesn't look as bad. So I agree. Tobias Harris is definitely not worth that contract. But I'd rather move Horford because we know Horford's money ain't as much, but it's still crazy for what he does negative to the team playing alongside Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. So it's all about if we can move both to me. Brian Cruz, I like that. They might want more than assets, but definitely a good move. All Philly teams are making great moves. Thank gosh we gave smart GMs. Hey, right now the Sixers are looking pretty good, but our Eagles are. Sorry about that. For those who are Eagle fans, I was supposed to drop my Eagles versus Niners preview. The video is done. I just got to add the all 22 parts to it, and we good. F said, I'm happy for y'all. Shout out to you. Who you like? What's your team? Make more Sixers lives. I miss you, and I don't. Great addition. I hope he gets Ben and Joel right. Yeah, that's all that matters. We have to maximize these stars. We got to maximize these stars. Doc and Toby balling. Yeah, listen, I think Tobias Harris will be a different player in Doc's system. We've seen it as a Clipper. I keeping Mike Scott. He's a better right hook than Beasley. Smack, yeah. But Mike Scott is a Washington football team fan. Like, ugh. I think Doc moves Ben to the 4, Toby to the 3. Interesting. I'll give you some good trades. Danny Green, maybe JJ Redick, Marco Bellinelli, or maybe Wesley Matthews or Wayne Ellington. You guys need shooters. Or what about Kyle Korver? Hey, Korver's a little bit long overdue. He needs to be checking up on out of here soon. The NBA, I mean. Eagles for Life said we still need more pieces. I'm glad Brett Brown is gone. He sucks. I never liked that boy. You already know. The job is not finished. It's not finished. But this is a heck of a start. North Philly Mo, we need to go get a point guard right now. Chris Paul is my pick. A lot of people are talking about the CP3 train. You know what I mean? You look at it, Doc Rivers, they had a good chemistry. CP3 was the healthiest he's ever been. It's all about the money. It's about the money and the fit because I do believe you can play Ben Simmons wherever you want him to play. And you know how Paul CP3 is. And I don't watch football. It's all good. It's all good, my guy. The kid Ace 11, move them both. What did Doc trade him for? A bench player? Nah, I think that was the Larry Shamet and a couple other things too. A couple other things as well. But again, the Clippers at that time were trying to get younger. So listen, I agree. If we can get rid of them both, that's the best case scenario. But I'm looking at a more realistic view. It's hard to just blow up his contract plus Horford's contract. You still got Josh Richardson waiting in the win. I don't know what we do with him. But we definitely need shooters. We need ball handling guards who can pick and roll with Joel Embiid, who can, space the floor for a guy like Ben Simmons who blows by anybody and everybody and is still the best player in the NBA when it comes to fast breaks between the finishing at the rack and passing. The only other person that can compete is probably LeBron, and LeBron still got the speed on a fast break, but he's not as fast at 36, 35 years old. But LeBron still got way more in the arsenal when it comes to everything else. If we can get a top 10 point guard, we might be good for a championship run. Hey, yeah, man. The players are going to come next. I'm going to be having videos once the finals is done. And the Lakers, host that, Larry Brown. I'm going to have some videos talking about, possible acquisitions. Like I said, Buddy Hield is definitely on the Sixers radar. And if he's not on our radar, he's we're definitely on his radar because he keeps hitting A-Sixers. I'm over here, my guys. Joel Embiid won't be eating cheeseburgers in pregame warm-up. That's what I'm talking about. My guy right there will not let that happen. No sirree, Bob. Omar said, is there any team that would even take Horford's old butt? I don't know, to be honest. But, hey, whoever becomes the new Houston Rockets coach, I mean, look, they got P.J. Tucker as their center at 6'8". They need a big guy. So maybe whoever becomes the Houston Rockets new head coach is like, I'm in desperation for a big guy, and not many people are just giving up centers. So maybe we can work something out. And, hey, Doc Rivers brings his son, Austin Rivers, to Philly. We give Horford to Thing. They got the contract. Now we open up money-wise because we don't pay Austin Rivers that much. And now we open up to possibly bringing in some shooters. Y'all got no chance at CP3 unless he specifically requests a trade to y'all. That's true. Move Horford. Oh, my. We're going to try. That is the first business decision we have to try to make in the offseason is trying to move Al Horford. Simple. It's crazy that Jimmy Butler is playing in the finals with a great coach. That tells me that Brett Brown was the problem the whole time. Welcome to Philadelphia, Glenn Rivers, a.k.a. Doc Rivers. You already know. That's my whole train of thought. Listen, the Philadelphia 76ers had a choice 2 years ago. Keep Jimmy Butler and let Tobias and Brett Brown go. Or keep Brett Brown and Tobias and let Jimmy Buckets go. And we made the wrong decision as an organization. We get rid of Brett Brown 1 year earlier, and Jimmy Buckets is on this team. So you got Joel Embiid, Jimmy Buckets, Ben Simmons. Maybe we don't get desperate and go get Al Horford. But listen, we would have another coach in here. We wouldn't have Doc Rivers. So Doc's a little overrated, but he's still a good coach. He can't control Paul George 30% and the robot choking. Yeah. You also can't control the number one, the best sixth man in the NBA shooting like 11 or 13% from the three-point line as well. Fag bag. Huh? I got the Heat winning the chip because D Wade made me love basketball. Hey, my brother's a Miami Heat fan, but I don't know. Especially now, they might have had a chance to steal a couple games, but now you're talking about Goran Dragic being out, Bam Adebayo possibly either out or limited. It's going to be rough for them. Would love Buddy Hield and Austin Rivers. That's two great signings if we can get that done. One via trade. Well, maybe both via trade. No, one via trade and one via free agent. I think Buddy Hield is a free agent. And listen, ball handling guards are what we need. We can get that. You got Ben Simmons, a couple ball handling guards. You got Joel Embiid, who's not worried about Chick-fil-A. He's worried about getting a championship. I would love it. What's up, homie? What do you think about moving Tobias? Hey, my first priority would be moving Al Horford, but my second priority, if we can move both of them, of course I would like to move Tobias. However, if I had to pick, I know Tobias costs more, but there's still more upside to his game. So I would pick Al Horford where I see no upside and hope that Doc Rivers can bring the best out of Tobias like he did for the Clippers in 2018. Remember, Tobias Harris averaged more points, not by a lot. I think it's 1.8, 2 points exactly, but averages 2 more points a game, shot a higher field goal percentage, shot a higher 3-point percentage when on the Clippers than the Sixers. So maybe Tobias plays better under Doc and it works out. He's never going to live up to that contract. So would help to move him, but we got to be realistic. Are we going to be able to move that crazy contract for that type of player plus Al Horford? It's going to be hard. Imagine if we could work a deal for Klay Thompson. Oh my God. You got a shooter like that with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. That's problems. What about Russell Westbrook for Ben Simmons? Well, we know Russell got a jump shot. We know his threes are not good, but he'll attempt them. But here's my thing. I do not want to let go of Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid until I see him at least 1 year under a coach not named Brett Brown, which is his job to do. You think Doc Rivers will make Ben Simmons shoot? If he can't, then nobody can. Brian Cruz, they will never do that. Dinwiddie or LeVert from the Nets deal. I love them both, to be honest. They're both great players. And that's why I think if you get a healthy KD, a healthy Kyrie, and you playing with them and Dinwiddie and LeVert as your role players, plus Jared Allen, plus DeAndre Jordan, plus maybe sign back Joe Harris, that Nets team's going to be tough. But I like LeVert a lot. Really hope Horford's not that trash and just wasn't being played right. That could be an option too. However, you can't have 6'10" Horford, 7-foot Joel Embiid, and 6'10" Ben Simmons on the court together. I don't care if Doc uses them right or wrong. Them on the court together hurts a guy like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid because one of them got to get out the paint. And if they don't get out the paint, then you got Horford out the paint. And it's not maximizing his strength. This game is getting more spread and smaller. We can't be going bigger. Elton Brand can also go. His decision-making sucks. It hasn't been the best. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now because I don't see it reasonable to get rid of him at this point. But let us fail to do some stuff in the upcoming years, and it's going to have to get done. A team always needs a big three. True, but you're looking at it now. It's all about the big twos. You got Harden and Westbrook. You had PG and Kawhi. You had LeBron and AD. You got Kyrie and KD. You got Jokic and Jamal Murray. You know what I mean? So right now it's the league of it's the duo league, and you got other teams that are pretty good who only got the one. Like Miami Heat got Jimmy Buckets and a bunch of solid guys. Bucks got Giannis. Do we count Chris Middleton as that duo? So I'll take a big three, though. Money Mitch, they have no shot. Nobody can stop AD. Facts are too little. They're definitely too little. Buddy Hield, not a free agent, but he for sure getting traded. So y'all got a chance there. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I should have known that, though, because like I said, he keeps hinting on Instagram and social media, hey, Sixers, come pick me up. Come pick me up. He don't say it, but when people post stuff about Buddy Hield and the Sixers, he likes it. He shares it. He does all that stuff. He liked the picture that said Doc Rivers to the Sixers, and that's just, flirting with the truth and stuff like that. Move Ben to the 3, Tobias to the 4. We'll see. Depends if we get a point guard in there, and to be honest, Omar said, who would be our backup center if we trade Horford? Well, I ain't mad if you give a guy like Norvel Pell the backup minutes. If you can play Joel Embiid consistently for your 30 to 35 minutes, well, now you're only talking about 13 to 20 minutes for a backup. You play half of them to Norvel Pell, and I'm not opposed to having Ben Simmons play a couple minutes at the center, especially for going against smaller teams. Like I said, you're not going to have every team have Dwight Howard and AD out there. You're going to have smaller teams. You're going to have a team where Bam Adebayo at 6'9" is the center. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a team where Draymond Green at 6'9" or 6'8.5" is the center. So Norvel Pell, Ben Simmons, they can take a backup roles if Embiid is in shape and playing his 30 to 35 minutes. I wouldn't trade Ben for Russell. Listen, I can never trade Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid until I see him under this guy. Well, really anybody but Brett Brown. Westbrook would be a problem. He would, though. We need a young killer like Damian Lillard or Murray from the Nuggets. My God, Jamal Murray was cooking. Like I said, shout out to Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. They're about to be a problem. Ben Simmons already better than Westbrook. He's better than him at everything except scoring, which is huge kind of though. But I hear you, my guy. Do you think the Sixers could sign Boogie, a.k.a. the emotional lesbian? Hey, listen. DeMarcus Cousins, man. What a great career just thrown away with the injuries, man. And one of the top centers, probably the top center in the game, and then that happened. You know what I mean? So, like, I can't believe that. Mike, can I get a wrench? Dang, my guy Eagle has landed, has been with me for a minute on my Eagles and Sixers stuff, and he don't got a wrench. Let me get you one. Let me get up in here. I got to do it on my phone now. With the injuries, man. I got you, my guy. I got you with the wrench, my guy. Been here for a minute. Brian Cruz said DeMar DeRozan, solid mid-range shooter. You know any names for who we should draft? I haven't really looked at it yet. I'm going to start diving deep into that, so I don't really got that off the top of my head, to be honest. The challenge for Doc needs to make Embiid live in the paint, live in the paint, and make Simmons shoot. That's the truth. That's the truth. But the way the game's going, Embiid's going to have to come out the paint a little. I don't care about him in the mid-range. I don't want him out there by the three-point line. Now, he can make them, but it's still unnecessary. I'd rather him be, like you said, in the paint, maybe a little jump shot, something like that. But that's what his goal is. Rajon Rondo came to the NBA, and he was a passing guy who can do this, that, and the third. Doc gave him that little floater. Doc gave him that little mid-range, little by little. So I think Doc Rivers is the guy who's going to bring a winning culture. Like I said, our superstars, our stars, when I'm talking about Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, are at 75% of their potential. The other 25% is what this guy got to do. And that is for Ben Simmons, get him to shoot. He don't have to make them, just shoot. He start making a couple, you feel good. If that defender comes up, not many people at 6'10 got Ben Simmons blow by and finish at the rim. It's disgusting. And Joel Embiid's biggest problem is that he can't stay healthy. It's pretty much fitness, eating habits, and dedication to the game. You put that on Embiid, and he's a problem. Kawhi sent y'all home, and Jokic sent him home. So, shout out to Jokic. We need Buddy. We need a stretch four. I would love me some Buddy. Like I said, he's been hitting for us. And listen, Buddy's that dude. Oscar Lou said, yo, Philly Mike, what's going on? What's going on, my guy? How do you feel about this guy right here? Like I said, shout out to 65, you in the chat. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do live streams. We do regular videos. If you haven't checked out my 2 Doc River videos, feel free to do that after. And smash that like button. It's free. It takes 1 second. Click off the live chat. Smash that. Come back in and chop it up. But like I said, my guy Doc Rivers is right there. He's been waiting patiently while I talk to you guys. He wants to get over here and talk his talk. I ain't mad at him, though. It's all good, my guy. The Sixers should trade Joel Embiid. Scottie Pippen said that. He's been saying a lot of things lately. Tyler Hero will be a star one day. I love his game. If Joel is still lazy with Doc, he got to go. We'll have to see. Our number one target this offseason should be the man himself, King Buddy Hield. You already know. We've been talking about that the whole thing almost. My guy Eagles Atlanta said, thanks, bro. You already know. OBI topping of he falls. Boogie might resign with the Lakers because we are still working out with them after they waived him. Listen, I mean, Boogie at this point, I like him. I'll give him a chance for a cheap contract, but he's a huge liability. How come the Lakers so good playing basically 3 bigs and we play so bad? Because LeBron can shoot. If Ben Simmons can shoot, it takes pressure off the 3 bigs. Plus, AD can shoot at a high clip, and Dwight Howard, they only play him small minutes. So, you're right. having a guy like Al Horford really makes Ben Simmons have to be able to shoot. You don't have Al Horford there, then him shooting is not that big of a deal. Himself from the Villanueva, we should get him. Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about draft videos soon. That should be our draft target, I think. Oh, you think so? Yeah. You think he stay? You think we can get him where we're at? Like I said, I've did a small look at any guy in college, to be honest, especially with everything coming on and all the sports coming back right at once. Been crazy. So I'm lacking, but I'm definitely gonna look at what my guy Oscar said and my guy Sobang said. So we're gonna look into that. I'm gonna do my research, do as much background studies as I can, and we're gonna talk about it. Mir Slat said, "What's up, Mike? Do you feel comfortable with Greg Ward, Deontay, and Hightower as our receivers for Sunday? Hey, we gonna get an Eagles live stream soon. I don't feel comfortable with it, but hey, the Niners are as banged up as us, so we can't complain, to be honest. Keep Alex Burke or bring Austin Rivers here. It depends who's cheaper. Let Doc talk. You already know. Power Rangers, Dino Fury. Hey, Philly Mike, what is going on, my guy? Chilling. Blue City Empire Sports, 76ers NBA Championship 2021. Here we come. The hype is here. I'm ready for it. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And also, if you're just getting in here, smash that like button. Doc Rivers and Philly Mike would appreciate it if you smash that like button. Doc Grumpy 24/7. Yeah, look at him. He's pissed. No more excuses next season. Hopefully, Doc has control on the kind of players he needs for next season, meaning trades or signings. Yeah, you get a guy like Doc Rivers in this organization, Elton Brand got to back off. You got to say, Doc Rivers, we going to win hefty with you or we going to lose horribly with you. You do you. Simple. Jokic proved he's better than Embiid, but Embiid can show him he's the best with the Doc Sojan. Hey, shout out to that. Look, I was a firm believer when I started YouTube a year ago that Joel Embiid is way better than Jokic. What Jokic showed me in his playoffs, I can't physically say it, even though in my heart, I know Joel Embiid wants to be Joel Embiid. He could be the best big man in the league. I'm going to give Jokic the benefit of the doubt just because he proved it on the big stage. But my guy, Joel Embiid, is coming, like you said. I'm a Raptors fan, but also a Sixers fan, really excited for the upcoming season. Hey, I never really heard that, but hey, it is what it is. Because AD's a stretch four, he doesn't need to be near the basket. Exactly. You don't think he'll be there? That's going to be the tough part. That's why I want to see where everybody's supposedly going to be falling, whatnot. Man, Jimmy would have loved a guy like Doc Rivers if he stayed. He definitely would have. Again, he left because we did not let go of Brent Brown when he wanted us to. It's not going to fall to y'all. Don't waste your time. That was my concern. Anthony Davis is the new Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's a beast. He is a monster. He might really take Finals MVP away from LeBron. That's going to hurt him, I think. Having Doc will bring the toughness this team needs. Exactly. And he's an offensive-driven coach. We see our defense, throughout the regular season be tough. We go on stretches without no offense. I think we still need some pieces when it comes to like ball handling guards, a.k.a. Buddy Hield, possibly. But we definitely going to be a lot better when it comes to just X and O's, execution, dedication, toughness, mentality, all that. Because you don't become the best home team in the NBA and one of the worst road teams in the NBA if coaching is there. That's exactly coaching. That's leadership. That's accountability. That's all that stuff. Take all the players that ain't down doing nothing off the team. Sign like 2 or 3 named players. Yeah, but when you take guys off, you got to make sure the contract fits. So you can't just release them because you owe certain money, certain stuff like that. You can't just trade them because not many people want to take guys who don't deserve the contract, a.k.a. Al Horford, a.k.a. Tobias Harris. Doc is the type of dude that will tell Ben to sit on the bench for the rest of the game if he doesn't play with maximum effort. Well, that's the thing. I would never say Ben Simmons doesn't give maximum effort. He gives all the effort. It's just the fact that he refuses to shoot. That's a mindset thing, which I think Doc can control. Jokic whole game is Boogie Cousins. My man was ahead of his time. Hey, I like it. Listen, Jokic's game is dirty. Dirty in a good way, if you don't know what I mean. I mean, the way he can pass, the way he controls the game. He was getting off his own shots, creating his own shots. Let me just say, shout out to Nikola Jokic. He had a great performance in the playoffs. The 3-1 Kings. Hey, shout out to him. Let me say this. Everybody in this chat, two things. One, we got 70 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button. It's free, it's cheap. But we all have to thank the Denver Nuggets. If the Clippers beat the Denver Nuggets, even if they lose to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, Doc Rivers is still a Clipper head coach for two reasons. One, he had 2 years left on his deal. 2 years left on the deal, and I think the Clippers okay with getting to the Western Conference Finals and losing to the Lakers. Maybe they lose, maybe they win. I don't know. But if Denver don't beat the Clippers, we don't get Doc Rivers. So I should have said that from the gate. But I didn't. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets for beating the Clippers and bringing my man to Philly. Hey, 1 second, Doc. You're going to be on the podium in a second. Doc Rivers was the hire that they needed to make to bring the best out of Ben Simmons and Joel and Joy and B need to work together and beating together. There's no I in team. LaShawn Cooper, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to read in a little bit. But yes, I agree. I think Doc Rivers is going to bring the best out of these guys together, make them play team basketball, and it's going to look beautiful. Is it true Drew Holiday and Lou Williams might come back? I haven't heard anything, but you never know. A guy like Lou Williams who really loves Doc, probably. Hey, anything's possible. We're going, listen, this is the start. Of something beautiful. I really do believe the foundation that he's going to bring for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons is going to elevate their game. They're 75% to their potential. There's like the couple things we said for the new people coming in. Ben Simmons, just get confidence in your shot. Just confidence. And Joel Embiid, get in shape. Get the fitness down. Stop eating like that. Have that dedication, and you will be a problem. So we're going to get all that. Sixers need to trade Al Horford 100%. 100%. Did you see what Kyrie said? Was quiet way too long. I knew something was wrong. I didn't, but I did see Skip Bayless tweet Kyrie was right. So somebody in the chat, let me know what Kyrie said. I gotta know this. I gotta know. If anyone go to a Sixers game next year, I want to hear you chant Doc at the first home game in Philly. I will be there and I will be live in the first home game. You don't look white. Hallelujah. Great stream, bro. Shout out to my guy, Joey Shake 72. If you are an Eagle fan in this stream, make sure you go check out Joey Shake 2. One of the best in the building when it comes to Eagles content. Hey, you already know. No more white lights on me. I was a ghost. My man, Doc Rivers, like I said, he's in the background ready to get it popping. Sixers are bringing the championship to Philly this season. I'm with it 100%. Everyone thank the pandemic for helping us get Doc Rivers. Hey, I ain't mad. A lot of things went into it. Possibly the pandemic, possibly the Denver Nuggets putting that 3-1 comeback on them. It's all right. I'm talking about the Clippers, not you. Don't get sad. If Drew Holiday came back for the 76ers, I'd be so happy. I love me some Drew. Doc Rivers wasn't the problem. It was the team, players not getting along. Like I said, if you haven't watched my video, my main thing was all the 3-1 leads weren't him. It was personnel. It was the team. And that Clippers team, although it was talented, it was dysfunctional. And dysfunction will stop talent. We just need some ice cold snipers to hit those J's. You already know. Listen, I played a lot of high school ball when I was there. Listen, I love me some football. I love watching football. I love playing basketball. I did play football a couple years, but I played basketball all four. Point guard, sniper right there. You know what I'm saying? But nah, definitely we need shooters. We definitely need shooters. You get shooters around Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, the floor space, Doc Rivers, X and O guys, Alvin Gentry possibly as an assistant. What? Hold up. What? Let's go Sixers. Like I said, man, it should be good. Doc, you already know. What did Kyrie say? Yeah, did anybody say what Kyrie said? He pretty much said LeBron wasn't clutch, even though LeBron has way better clutch numbers. Of course, he hating on LeBron. Of course, he's hating on LeBron. Of course. If Lou Will's coming back to Philly, hide the side pieces and get the lemon pepper rings ready. Made me click off the thing on accident. My bad, guys. We have 51 minutes. We about to go a little bit longer. I lost where I was at now. Serge Ibaka off the bench would be insane. Is he a free agent? Also said he don't got a coach. Call him Glenn River, only one true Sixers, Doc. That is Dr. J. Hey, if you watch my video, at first I called him Glenn Rivers, a.k.a. Doc Rivers, so I did say that. But yeah, Glenn Rivers, he got to earn the name Doc. I saw a lot of people say that on Twitter. He said he got to earn the name Doc, and I ain't mad at the game, but I think he's going to earn it. I think he's going to get the best out of these guys. It's going to be a great 2020-21 season. Like I said, and it's good because what they say, it's going to start in January. Or when does the season start? The second best Doc in Philly is Glenn. Julius Erving is the number one Doc in Philly always. Facts. That's why I see a lot of people on Twitter saying he's going to have to earn the name Doc. Got to call him Glenn until he does it, I guess. Kyrie about to have beats with KD very soon. Let Doc talk, right? He getting pissed, right? My bad, Doc. I mean, Glenn. My bad, Glenn. Let's get Buddy Hield in here. You already know. We've been talking about that for about 53 minutes on and off. We get Buddy Hield in here. The pieces start to come together. And I love it. The Sixers team is deep. They're just confused. Brett Brown did not help. If there is just a coach properly, if there are just coached properly, they will probably win the chip. Yeah, but I still don't like the Al Horford piece. Like, I think the Al Horford piece hurts. So we're going to have to figure that out. I'm a Giants fan, but did you hear what Nick said about the guy from 2017 OCPS? It's the Blue City. It's me, Blue City. Oh, yeah, I definitely heard that. For those who don't follow me on Twitter, definitely come through and follow me. Interact throughout the week when I'm out on the video. I constantly post Philadelphia Sixers, Philadelphia Eagles stuff on Twitter. I normally have it in my videos at the top right-hand corner. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, come follow your boy. It's at Philly_Mike. So it's Philly Mike with an underscore 25. At Philly_Mike 25. Simple, easy. Come holla at your guy. Got a feeling we're going to make some big trades. Can't wait. Like I said, Elton Brand, let him do what he needs to do to get a winning basketball team. If Doc wins the championship with us, we can call him whatever. You facts. He wins the championship. Do what you want. Robert California said, hope he can convince Ben to take a dang jump shot. That's the goal. Listen, you sign up to be the head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. You got two things in mind. Get Ben Simmons to shoot and get Joel Embiid off the fast food. Get him in shape. Get him to be dedicated. 2 jobs. Once you do that, the X's and O part will be easy. Doc looked like he ready to throw hands with you, right? He's pissed. Dang, Doc, like relax. Look, I mean, you just got to Philly. Like, you got time. We're gonna hear from you in a little bit. Relax, my guy. Philly Mike, have you seen all the Sixer related posts that Buddy Hield like? Yep. He liking everything Philly, and I'm liking it. Philly Insider Podcast said, Doc Rivers, baby, you already know. You already know. And for those coming through, make sure you smash that like button. It's something cheap. Let me get a wrench, Philly Mike. I got you. I got to do it via the phone, so it's going to take a second. But let me get some comments real quick. Kyrie Irving just mad because he's not in the NBA Finals. You already know. And it's his fault. Man, I mean, he wanted this LeBron like that. That's on him. It's on him, my guy. I just hit you with the wrench, my guy. Good stuff. Good stuff. I got a nick for him. You got a nick for him? What's up, Doc? Hey, bring out the Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying? We just don't need nobody to steal nobody's talent. Can you smell what the Doc is cooking? Mad hater in the building. We about to get all these souped up nicknames for my guy. You know how Philly do. Philly gonna make you feel welcome, or we gonna run you out the town. There's no in between. When you are a coach, when you are a quarterback, when you are a receiver, when you are a point guard, when you are a center for the Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia 76ers, if you do good, we will love you until the day you die. You do bad, we on that butt. Now, I'm not fully like that. I'm a lot more forgiving than the average Philly fan, but I respect y'all nature for that. And I ain't never going to say don't do it because, hey, I mean, this is just in our blood. But I think, certain people deserve certain chances. If you stink, you stink. The tape ain't going to lie. But I mean, we just got to make sure we make the right decisions. And this guy right here has to be in charge of the basketball team. I don't need Elton Brand trying to be like, hey, Doc, let me do this for you. Let it be in Doc's hands. Or I should say, Glenn's hands. Ben flexing his car and his house on Instagram instead of his jump shot. I'm dead. Right? Get in the gym, my guy. Get in the gym. We got 77 in the chat right now with only 41 likes. If you have not done it already, please hit the X button, hit the like button, and come back in and chop it up. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's free. It's easy. And look how mad Doc Rivers is right now. Like, come on, hit the like button. Nets might be the team that will trade for your bad contracts. Hey, somebody will. I'm laughing because we really talking to Glenn like he's over there watching, right? You already know. Doc got the best out of Toby in LA, so hopefully that works out. That's my thing. My first contract I want to get off is Al Horford. I would love to get Tobias's contract off too. He makes more money, so you would want that off, but it's also going to be harder, and I do believe there's more upside with Tobias Harris than Al Horford with Doc Rivers. I almost said Doc Prescott. What the heck? Dang, Philly Mike in the building. Daniel Belford, you already know. We talking the new head coach for the Sixers. Appreciate the wrench. You already know, my guy. Since they want third star, Buddy Hield like Embiid's feed post with him a Sixer jersey on Instagram. Hey, Buddy Hield is eating all the Philadelphia content he can get, and I love it. What's up, Doc? You already know, Bugs Bunny at his finest. The Sixers finally did something right this year. Hallelujah. Doc moved Garnett from the 4 and the 5 in 2008. Maybe he'll do the same, or maybe he'll get Ben and Joel to roll like Penny and Shaq. Hey, offensive minded guy. We got the defense narrowed down. I'm loving it. Doc probably a top 10 coach in the NBA currently. Definitely top 10. I'm glad we threw Brent Brown in the trash. Definitely. Doc gonna make y'all better. You already know. What's your favorite Sixers jersey? Like right now, I'm an MB guy, so I go MB. But if you're talking about all time, I still rock the AI jersey all day. AI is my guy. Yo, Mike, I'm happy for the signing, but we still have a crappy team. Yes and no. because I think under Doc Rivers, you're going to see a different Ben Simmons, a different Joel Embiid, way more determined, way more aggressive. Tobias Harris had his best numbers under Doc Rivers. Now, Al Horford and some of the bench guys, that I can see. We're not done. We still got some free agent moves we got to do. We got to be smart about that. Try to get whatever contract we can out. Maybe Josh Richardson flashes some more signs like he did in Miami before he left. So I think Doc is going to really open this team up already with the guys we have on the team. However, I think he has some plans for this roster. So I'm ready to see. Subscribe and hit that like button to Philly Mike. Pole Viper 07, a guy been with me for a minute. Shout out to him, and it's easy. The subscribe button, Reddit, is free. I do Eagles and Sixers content almost every day. The Sixers content will be ramping up hefty once the season and stuff and information comes out. But we do live streams and regularly scheduled videos. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. I'm a real Eagles fan. You already know. No sirree, Prescott Bob. I never understood the Al Horford signing. It seemed like a desperate signing. It was definitely. There was nothing else out there. We just wanted a name. We thought we could stop Giannis with it, and then we didn't get to Giannis. We didn't get to Giannis. I got Sixers being the third seed behind the Nets and the Bucks. I'll take it. Even though, maybe we could scoop on up if we increase the roster. Doc said he thinks Ben is the modern day Magic. I love that. I love it. I love it. And if we can get magic out of Ben Simmons, right man for the job. If Buddy comes to Philly and he gets benched his first game, he will request a trade the next morning. Can I score a wrench, homie? I got you, my guy. I got you. We got Doc, but no Jimmy Butler. Exactly. If we move on from Brett Brown last year, Jimmy Butler is probably here. However, we would have moved on and got a new coach last year, so Doc Rivers wouldn't be here. So it's a little lose-lose, win-win type thing, but I will say this. Doc Rivers is going to have to, like I said, mess with this roster. Will Elton Brand give him the freedom to do that? I don't know. Ben should work on his shooting skills. He's already has upside like LeBron James at this stage in his career. Bashir, I agree. Listen, Ben Simmons does every single thing great. Rebound, assist, play defense, run in transition. He just needed jump shot. This man got Rondo to be developing a floater, a little mid-range. He started Rondo on that. Rondo, advanced it throughout himself in his career, moving around. But I think he's the man for the job to finish the job. And when I say finish the job, I'm talking about the rest of Ben Simmons' game and the mindset of Joel Embiid. I think he's the man for the job. He's going to get it done. If we get rid of Al, this team will have a lot more chemistry and they won't have a weird fit. Yeah. At the end of the day, Al Horford on the court with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid just doesn't mix. Everything happens for a reason. Philly needed this. Kenneth Morgan coming in with the fire take. Shout out to you, my guy. I agree 100%. Let's go. Shout out to Brian Cruz, Philadelphia Eagles. He said, I miss Kobe Bryant. You already know. And when the Lakers win the championship, it's all going to be for Kobe Bryant. I think Doc probably left and wasn't fired because how fast he signed with the Sixers. He had 2 years left on his deal, though, so I don't know how that works. Mike, how you think Steve Nash will be the coach for the New York? For Brooklyn Nets, I mean, he was a very smart player, talented point guard. They normally make for good coaches. I got to see it, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and think that he should be good from an X and O's. I don't know how he's going to manage a guy like KD who's a little off the wall and a guy like Kyrie who's a lot off the wall. That's going to be the real task. If you guys can surround Ben Simmons with shooters, that team will shine. Facts. I like that. What about Bradley Beal? If we could get him, that's expensive. Can't wait for Doc's first draft. Exactly. Let him be involved. Heavy involvement in the draft. Rob Montana, what? You don't like Doc? How do you feel about CP3 rumors? Depends. It always comes with what are we giving up? What are we paying? What are we doing? What are we owing? So it's hard for me to really like see a trade without knowing what was all in the mix for it. We got Doc. Now let's get Jimmy back. I wish. He would have to get swept to possibly consider that. And even still, he loved that team. Trade Jason Richardson for Buddy. I'm down. Philly Mike, let me get a wrench, my guy. I got you. Trey Richardson for Buddy. I'm with it. Embiid and Simmons can really be like the modern day Penny and Shaq under Doc Rivers. I would love that. I love that. We're going to rock out for a little bit longer. Like I said, y'all coming with the fire takes. Appreciate everybody for coming through, watching this. Like I said, this was last minute. I put this up quickly. We got 51 likes. Still 81 people in the chat and 51 likes. Like, I appreciate y'all getting it up from 40 to 50. But come on, my guys. It's free. It's easy. Look how mad he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't say it. Robert Sarda said, great move, finally. I agree 100%. It was a great move. Something in the Sixers really needed. This can motivate everything. You know, sometimes it's just a domino effect. You get the good coach. Now, look, possibly getting Alvin Gentry as an assistant. Then here comes the draft. Then here comes free agents wanting to come. Then somehow we finagle Al Horford off the squad. We try to do it with Toby. It don't work. But guess what? He goes back to the Clippers days. His field goal percentage is raised, 3-point shooting, points per game. And next thing you know, we got a little something. Joel Embiid's averaging 29 and 15. Ugh. Ben Simmons' first game makes it 3. You know, we get a little overhyped quick, but that's what we do in Philly. No, thank Paul George and the Clippers for saying this year wasn't championship or bust. Exactly. Shout out to my guy, Money Minch. I'm more concerned about Scott O'Neal and Alex Rucker than I am Elton right now. Yeah, listen, the front office is not perfect. It's definitely not. But I think that's going to take a little time to fix that. Right now, we see a lot of problems on the X and O's part. Like, look, let's just talk about Brett Brown. Problem. Al Horford, Ben Simmons, and Embiid on the court together. Problem. The lack of scoring off the bench was a problem. So we starting to fix these things. We got to start with this guy right here. And we make moves after that. Playoff Rondo is crazy good. Yeah, he hates that name, though. Are you going to do a Sixers pre-draft video or go live during the Sixers draft? Yes, I am. I'll probably do a pre-draft video. And why not? We going to do it. Listen, for everybody in the chat, if you haven't subscribed, hit it. Because listen, if you haven't watched any Eagles stuff because you're not an Eagles fan, but you're a Sixers fan, that's cool. However, I just got OBS up and running. So we will be doing live game reactions. We'll have the live scoreboard. We'll have the live background like this. We'll have a lot of live stuff. And I will be doing play-by-play of the Sixers game when they come back next year. That Rondo comparison was great. Yeah, listen. Doc Rivers slowly developed Rondo into a guy where he can make the little easy floater. He can make the 15-foot jump shot. And then it built from that. If you can make the 15-foot jump shot and you need to have guys step out on you, my God, Ben Simmons, with his speed, height, and athleticism, the blow by and the finish at the rim is too legit. It's too legit. We might even trade our draft picks for someone. Hey, if we get to a win now mode, who knows? Who knows? Championship or bust. I'm just kidding. If Simmons could shoot more than 30% from the 3, more than 2 attempts a game, he will probably be the most complete player in the league. Facts. Doc Rivers is our guy. Big things coming. Stay tuned for 2021. I'm with it, my guy. GOL said that when I'm going to Sixers games, I'm going to chant his name. What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? What's up, Doc? Hey, I'm with it. Yeah, with CP3 depends. Also, what would probably mean moving Ben to the 4. I trust Doc, whatever happens. And Doc, we trust right now. Lou loves Doc. Lou said he was going to retire. He had been traded a few times. Doc believed in him and got his career back on track. Hey, we get a guy like Sweet Lou, who's off the lemon pepper Lou. We in there. You good, my guy, Gio? I wouldn't mind giving up half our roster if we can get CP3 and Buddy. We still need a bench, though. You still need a bench. Yeah, I think Joel has to be that bully he so hates to be. Dude, Joel's scary when he's locked in. He needs to be dominant. He needs to dominate the low block. He needs to work on his conditioning. When he's locked in, and if he's conditioned, he'll be a problem. Like I said, Doc Rivers has the X and O stuff. He has to execute. He's an offensive-oriented coach, all that good stuff. We're going to trust him with the draft and the free agency. But his first two huge responsibilities are coming into Philly and doing these things first. Getting Ben Simmons' shooting confidence up. Because we see Ben Simmons shoot in pre-games and practice and pre-games and practice. It's up here. He has to get his confidence good. And the other thing is Joel Embiid conditioning, dieting, dedication. If we get a conditioned, dieted, dedicated Embiid, you think Jokic had a great playoff series? I'm just saying, my guy will be locked in. Anyone feeling horrible about the Doc signing? If Ben and Joe are happy, I'm happy. Hey, it's up to them, too. Think Spencer Dinwiddie would fit perfect here? I love me Dinwiddie and I love me LeVert. If I had to pick, though, I like LeVert a little bit better. Shake Milton going to improve on defense and be a sixth man of the year in the Doc? It's going to be hard to get that to fight out Montrezl Harrell wherever he goes and or well, he might start where if he goes somewhere else. Sweet Loose, though. Y'all getting Doc mad. Y'all better go like the video. Yeah, man. I should have, I wish I could. Hey, shout out to my guy F. Appreciate everybody in here. We got 86 people in here. Like I said, we do live videos, regular scheduled programs, and we will be doing live game play-by-plays throughout the season. It's going to be lit. Like the video, guys, you already know. Now my people are coming through. Yo, Mike, I hit that like button from the rip on every video. Great content, homie. You already know. Appreciate you. We rocking with the daily videos, and I will be dropping my Eagles versus Niners Week 4 preview early tomorrow, probably like around 4 o'clock. And remember, guys, when the Eagles take on the San Francisco 49ers, I will be doing a live game play-by-play, score live, all that good stuff. We in there. Draft Terrell Terry. I'm gonna definitely check. I really don't know nothing about college right now in basketball. Y'all got a solid team. Coaching was the biggest thing. Justin, I agree 100%. Already, this roster needs improving, but we already elevated this team just by Doc Rivers. Because you're not the best home team in the NBA and one of the worst road teams if you have a good coach. It's accountability. It's leadership. The talent's there, hence best home record. Beat the Lakers, beat the Bucks, beat the Celtics, beat the Raptors at home. But then we lose to the Hawks, the Wizards, the Pistons, the Cavs. On the road? Really? We should draft Aaron Nesmith from Vanderbilt. He's the best pure shooter in the draft and a smart defender. I'm going the same as he did. I'm going to do the same as he did right now. Hey, I'm definitely going to check that out. My goodness, bro. Yo, you got to relax, my guy. You got to relax, my guy. Married and got kids. Appreciate it, though. We need Zach LaVine, CP3, and Hield. Now, that would be lovely. But I think a little far-fetched. I would take any one of them. If I had to pick, I would go LaVine first, Hield second, CP3 third. But I would love them. Hit that like and sub and ring that bell. You already know. When I put a video out, ding, it's lovely. Joel Embiid needs to play more like himself, not shooting deep threes. Facts. That's just facts. I feel the Nets would be crazy good. Watch out for the different Irvin. We would see a lot of easy shots for this team. And we already know Durant will get his. Hey, KD, one of the most pure scorers in the game ever. Bring Lou Will back. I still got that 23 Sixers jersey. Oh, my goodness. I love it. With Doc, I would think CP3 would want to come to Philly. He probably would. Do you think Ben will play point guard shoot? I think he's going to start at point guard, especially with Doc Rivers coming out and saying he sees magic in him. Whenever we have cap space, I think we will be a lot easier to acquire a big free agents with Doc being well respected and liked around the league. Facts. Is there an actual medical name for 3-point shooting disorder? There should be one. We need to trade Zach. We need to trade for Zach LaVine. I love me some Zach LaVine. The Bulls got Billy Donovan. Joel just had a kid a couple games ago. That also can change his mindset. Like the video, y'all. You already know. Appreciate y'all. Y'all pushing that out there. Philly Mike, you think Brett Brown will get a new job? Not at head coach. I can see Brett Brown being an assistant, being on somebody's staff. Maybe a couple years later, he gets another coaching job. But right now, I don't think he would get a coaching job. In Doc, we trust. You already know they're going to start that. They're going to make them T-shirts soon. Who would you be looking up to pick up this offseason? If you're talking about a straight free agent, I'm looking at a cheap shooter. At this point, we can't say like a big name free agent for the simple fact there's not many out there, and we still got the Al Horford and the Tobias contract on our payroll. We have to get rid of one of them contracts. If we get rid of one of them, it opens up more room to do some stuff. If we don't, I'm looking at a guy like David Bertans from the Wizards. Not a great scorer off the dribble, but a nasty spot up shooter. Or a guy like Joe Harris from the Nets. Spot up shooter. We need spot up shooters who are 40% from the three. That's the cheap version. If we can move a contract, I'm looking to get Buddy Hield for the simple fact I believe he really wants to be in Philly. You can see it on all his social medias. Ball handling guard. He can spot up, shoot the three. He can create his own shot off the dribble. The pick and roll with Embiid and Ben Simmons will be lovely. I like it. Sixers got to fire. Sixers got to go for a good role player in the draft and not try to get a superstar, and him probably being nothing. Yeah, sometimes you got to play it safe, because we've been failing to get that guy. Any chance we get Joe Harris or Van Vliet in free agency? Guessing it's unlikely, but I can hope. Joe Harris, I think it will be a cheaper option. Yo, Philly Mike, we got our man a step in the right direction. You already know. He's like, bro, it's been an hour and 18 minutes. You keep saying that you're going to put me on. What's wrong with you? Doc Rivers will attract players from around the league to come here. I really wish there was some water in here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm dying of thirst right now. I agree 100%. Eagles for life. Who y'all think the biggest Sixers fan? Kevin Hart or Will Smith? Kevin Hart. Think Davis Bertans more realistic option. We can use the mid-level exception on him. I agree. I like David Bertans. Brett Brown about to get a mascot job. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. I'm about to go. Have a great rest of your night, Philly Mike. You already know, ladies. Appreciate you. I'm about to get off here soon, too. Bertans will be lethal on the Sixers. Exactly. You got the passing of Ben Simmons, the double teams that Joel Embiid draw, and a guy just like bang, 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 bang. It's all good. Come home, Lowry. Hey, guy straight from Philly. I love Lowry's game. He's one of the most underrated players. People talk stuff so much. He flops. He does this. He does that. He plays hard. That's what Fred VanVleet is good. He straight learned from Lowry. Last time we won a championship, we had a Doc. That is facts. We can bring Marco Bellinelli back in for the vet men. Listen. This guy was sitting on the Spurs bench. If he was on our team, he would get minutes. He's over there sitting on the Spurs bench, and yes, he's not good. But let's compare him to some of the guys who got minutes on the Sixers. Raul Neto? Marco Bellinelli is better than Raul Neto. So if Raul Neto can get minutes, Bellinelli should have been here. Doc will get a lot of role players here on a 1 or 2 year deals. His bench will be strong. Julian C, I agree. You're going to be able to inquire the guys who just want to come and play for a guy like Doc Rivers, a leader, compete, play at a high level. And we're going to be a type win now type team. So the destination of Philadelphia 76ers are going to be like, hey, let me go check it out. I agree. Philly Mike, I got you. I'm going to pass a water bottle through the screen. Yeah, let me get that. I got to go all the way downstairs for that. So I'm going to be finishing up soon, though. Doc going to convince Paul George to come to Philly? Yeah. I mean, we need Paul George, but not George Paul, as Skip Bayless will call him. I think Will Smith actually owns a small percentage of the Sixers. Interesting. I didn't know that. Philly Insider Podcast. Should we get Lowry? Again, I would love to get some of the guys you guys are saying. I'm just also looking at the numbers and the realistic possibility. Because listen, I could say let's bring them all to Philly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to look at their possibility. If we can move a contract, then the Buddy Hield sounds real. The Victor Oladipo possibly can sound real. A trade for a guy can sound real. Right now, I don't know how it is until we can move one of them contracts. But what is automatically on the table is a guy like David Bertans or Joe Harris, who's a three-point shooter, a spot-up three-point shooter who we can get on the cheap. So, does anybody know the person behind the Sixers mascot? Nah. Sorry, it's Will Smith. He used to have ownership in the Sixers. Facts. Listen, thanks for letting me know. I did not know he didn't have ownership, but what I see is Kevin Hart's always blah. So yeah. But like you said, Will Smith low key behind the scenes doing it. Hey, I ain't mad at the game. I mess with both Will Smith and Kevin Hart. Bro, I like this. It should be. Bro, I like this. It should change the culture in Philly. Facts. Shout out to my guy Chaos the Filthy, channel member in the building. Facts. I mean, Doc Rivers is going to bring so much toughness, leadership, accountability to this team. James Smith said, what's going on? What's going on, my guy? We chilling. Got Doc Rivers in the background, ready to get on the podium. I've been talking for an hour and 22 minutes. Seth Curry, another great idea. He's not a huge name, but when you look at the numbers and what he can do for the Sixers, you got Ben Simmons crashing the boards, passing the ball crazily. You got Joel Embiid getting a double team. Seth Curry in the corner catching and shoots. I'll take it. Give me your 5 starters for next season. At this point, it's going to be let me see. Right now I would say Ben Simmons. Sorry, I was getting a text. I was all messed up in the game. Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and then the shooting guard. I like Matisse Thybulle for defense. And like I said, I would play right now Tobias at the 4, Joel at the 5, Richardson at the 3, Matisse at the 2, and Ben at the 1, and you can flip-flop. And right now we got, of course, Shake and Alex Burke and Al Horford coming off the bench. But like I said, maybe Doc breaks it up, changes it up a little bit. It is what it is. I just had a text back real quick. My bad. Let's get a couple more, and then I'm about to be out. Brandon Pye said, what's going on? Man, that can't be true. We only had one healthy wide receiver. Mike, like, really? And did you see Doug Howie arguing? Wow, spicy. I don't know if it was necessary arguing. I know they're trying to spin that narrative. He could have been pointing and talking about anything. I just think there's too much negativity over Philly right now. But yeah, Greg Ward being the only guy over there, that's kind of sad. Doc going to finesse a trade for Montrez, and Lou will be giving up Horford and Harris. I'll be down for that. ASAP Rocky. How about Lou Will? I'm down for that. Yo, Philly Mike, you check out the All 22 from Sunday yet? I was checking it out, some of it. We played well on both sides. No wonder it was a tie. Yeah, I definitely checked it out. I broke down some of the Carson's bad passes in my Tuesday video. I missed Dario. It's funny you said that because this Sixers pitcher is older. I couldn't find a newer one. Look at the middle jersey. It's Sarek. Walter L said facts. I'll get a couple more of these out. If they bring the animosity clause back, which contract would you get rid of, Horford or Harris? It's tough because Harris' contract is more expensive, but he has more value to the team under Doc Rivers than Horford. So I think Harris is more money, and he's definitely not worth that money, but I would get rid of Horford because he's really not worth that money in our scheme. And I think Tobias could really be a better player for Doc than what we've seen last year. So they're both risky. I would probably say Al Horford's, though. CP3, that's definitely an option. People are talking about that ASAP already. It all comes down to the numbers. Seth Curry got the Steph Curry genes. He should be all right. You already know. Man, I can't wait to see my team in action. Salute, Philly Mike. Shout out to my guy, Corey Austin. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you just getting in here, we've been on here for about an hour and 20-something minutes. Smash that like button. We going to chop it up a little bit more. I see my guy, Drummer Boy, in here. Hey, bro, just came in to say hi. I was on RB's. He's so excited. Yeah, he hit me up late, so we couldn't do a collab. But, yeah, definitely. I mean, Doc Rivers, that dude. He's going to bring accountability, leadership, a great foundation. I feel Cousins always been a black hole of sorts. Apart from being toxic, he played no defense, which is worse, particularly from your big, in my opinion. Team with him as the main guy never go anywhere. Hey, yeah, his career has been dwindled down horribly. So I don't really see him making a move that's going to affect the Sixers or even him or help an organization out, really. I mean, he's at that point right now where it is what it is. He can't stay healthy. Ryan Rose said, hit that like button and subscribe. You already know. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We about to rock out a little bit more. Fred VanVleet is a free agent as well. Correct. He probably want them dollar. He's really one of them dudes. I think we would have to move a contract before we can even entertain that. But yeah, VanVleet, I'm with it. Travis Fulgham, 100 yards on Sunday. Hey, we might have to. Chino, what's going on? What's up, Philly Mike? You already know we've been here chilling. Yo, what's up? I'm so hyped for this signing. Facts. Doc Rivers, I've been on here for an hour. He's been in the background like, can I get on the podium already? Let me on. I would give up Harris, I think. Definitely costs more money, so we need to ship Horford and JR sign Bertans. Bertans is a guy I would love to sign. Josh Richardson, his contract and how he's played. Again, I do believe guys like Josh Richardson and Tobias Harris will play better in the scheme of Doc Rivers. However, anybody's up for grab that's not named Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and the young boy Matisse. I'm going to hold on to him a little bit as well. But anybody else is up for grab if we can better the Sixers. But I will say, like I said, Doc Rivers is going to have a scheme that's going to fit this team's roster as it is better, but we still have work to get this better. You got Buddy Hield out there. You got a lot of people out there. Bring Doc's son-in-law, Seth Curry, right? I'll take him. Anyone know when free agency starts? I saw it the other day. Dang. Yeah, let us know. Hot take, Hurts comes in at halftime. Oh, here we go. That, and yeah, shout out to my guy, Drummer Boy. I will be doing a live play-by-play for the Sixers, so definitely check that out if you guys are into it. That General Henderson jersey giving me nightmares. All I remember him is for turning the ball over in the last possession in Embiid's first game. Hey, yeah. That's crazy. I'm surprised. Yeah, that probably sticks with you. Is Philadelphia dangerous? As Donald Trump. Fred VanVleet looks ugly. Look like an ugly Drake. Dang, the hate is real. How do you feel about Alvin Gentry for an assistant? That's what the thumbnail is, and I would love it. He's a guy who got consideration from other organizations to be the head coach. He did pretty good with the young boys in New Orleans. Nothing great. As a head coach, he was not so good for the Suns, not so good for the Pelicans. However, he never really had a talent, but he has been on some winning organization staffs as an assistant. So I think you add a guy like him with Doc, you can't be in better hands when it comes to a coaching aspect. Now, the roster and the players, they got to get it together, and I think these are the guys to do it. Hey, Philly, would you trade Josh Richardson for a legit shooter? Yes. I hope we draft Desmond Bane from TCU. I have to do my due diligence, but I'm glad you guys are throwing names out there. It gives me something to scout. Wouldn't mind getting Doc's son Austin. He would automatically become the best shot creator guard on this roster. Facts. And here was the thing. The Houston Rockets do not have Mike D'Antoni no more. Whoever takes that coaching job is going to need a big man. If you get a young big man, you would want a veteran big man to have them learn from. Their biggest guy is PJ Tucker and Robert Covington at 6'8". So here we go. Al Horford to the Houston Rockets to be your center, to teach a young boy that you draft or you pick up, and you give us Doc Jr., which is Austin Rivers. We get the contract off. We take Austin Rivers' contract, which I don't know what it's like to be off top of the head, but you get a ball handling shooter, and you get Al Horford out the game. Who you got winning the finals? The Lakers are going to take that. Remember when Kawhi hit a game winner against us and then choked against the Nuggets? Yeah, I don't know if RB said this, but I got to say this. We got 81 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button. Appreciate it 100%. But listen, we have to sincerely thank the Denver Nuggets. If the Denver Nuggets don't knock out the Clippers by coming back from 3-1, this guy was on a 2-year deal still. I mean, he still had 2 years left of his contract. He's not a free agent. I mean, he's not fired. He's the coach for the Clippers, and we don't get him. So shout out to the Denver Nuggets for destroying the Clippers championship or bust. Bring Brett Brown back as a water boy. Bro, I could use some water right now. If Brett Brown was in my crib walking up the steps with a water bottle, I'd be a little happy at this point. Been on here too long. Think we would need to take Eric Gordon with Austin for Al Horford to make the salary work? Yeah, then we would have to give like something because that's too much. True, Mike, you already know. We would have won the finals last year if it wasn't for Robot Kawhi. Hey. Ethan Wenger. Yo, Mike, what's up? Y'all just jumping on now. I'm about to get up out of here because it's been a long night. An hour and 33 minutes. It's 10 o'clock where I'm at, 10:20. And I got work in the morning. But I wanted to get on here and chop it up with you guys. Like I said, I will be doing a live play-by-play for the Eagles. And when the season comes back, I will be doing live play-by-plays for every Sixers game. We'll have a live score on the top. We'll be in the Sixers arena. We might start the pregame in the back in the locker room with my guy Doc. But you know, not a bad hire, but Doc is known for losing in the second round. Yeah, but again, you got to also check personnel and talent too, because a coach in the NBA is still important, but it's not the NFL. Coaching in the NBA is only going to get you so far. Talent and the players got a ball. And that Clipper team was talented, but they were really dysfunctional, and dysfunctions works. So the shout out to the Nuggets for beating the Clippers and coming back on a 3-1 lead, which got Doc fired. But I think he's going to get the best out of my guy Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. So I love that. I definitely love that. Clippers just choked. You already know. Just glad Kawhi left the East. He would have definitely won a chip again if he stayed. He would have got there. I think the Lakers will beat the Toronto Raptors with Kawhi. Oh, I'm too late. It's all good. We got more coming up then. Hail to the football team. Man, I can't even say nothing because y'all beat us. But listen, hey, I can't get into the Eagles right now. I'm out of energy. I'm out of energy. On On the ESPN trade machine, I traded Josh Richardson for Robert Covington. The trade came successful. I don't know if I would do that, though. See you, Mike. Look forward to see what Hurts can do. Hey, we'll see. We'll definitely see. How are you doing in fantasy sports? DFS, I'm doing all right. Sports bet, I'm doing good. I'm going to have a channel member video out for sports betting. But D Money, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Maybe I can give you some sports betting tips. I play both Daily Fantasy Sports, which is the daily fantasy football app. You know, you draft players, but you have a salary cap. And I do a lot of sports betting. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, I put a bet out there that if you bet $55 and this parlay comes true, that's $1,030. You know, got some riskies on there, but it is what it is. Doc Rivers was the best Philly sports signing since, I heard RB say that. You already know. New month equals new Sixer era. It's going to be a good one. It's definitely going to be a good one. It's not the coach's fault them players didn't deliver. Facts. Trust the process. Top of the NFC lease. You already know. Buddy Hield, Bodan Bogdanovich, Corey Joseph for Josh Richardson, Al Horford, Zaire Smith, and 2 future second-round picks. I would. Don't lose your voice, my guy. Yeah, I've been on here too long. I think the Clippers' whole organization is just toxic to begin, so I don't really blame Doc for that loss or the failures. Interesting. Like I said, they really did choke it out, so I can't be mad at Doc at that point either. I mean, Doc said, we ain't doing no rah-rah speeches. That's for the movie, so that's funny. Ben Simmons is injury-prone. John Wall and Brad Beal coming for the East next season. You're going to call Ben Simmons injury-prone and then say John Wall is going to stay healthy? John Wall, I don't even remember how his game is. That's how long it's been since he played basketball. Ben Simmons got hurt now. Ben Simmons was hurt as a rookie. Then Ben Simmons got hurt now. That whole in between, the dude played like 38 minutes a game and it was never hurt. Yo, what's your Twitter? Need those picks. Cryptos Keepers. Hashtag Fantasy Champ. Oh, man, listen. I make a living off sports bets and or DFS. Now, I will say this. Since I've been doing YouTube, I haven't been doing as much daily fantasy sports, but I still make a lot of money in sports betting off the sports books. But I do want to get back into daily fantasy. I got to just take a day for football. See, daily fantasy and basketball and baseball is every single day. With YouTube, my work, my kids, I got to cut something out. But football is once a week. So, but yeah, man, we going to talk about it. Definitely. For those who want to follow me on Twitter, follow me at Philly_Mike25. Simple, Philly Mike with an underscore in between, 25. Come holla. He said, Ed's bugging. You already know. Ed always be coming here with them Washington takes. The Nets should be scared of this team, including Durant and Kyrie. They got a little squad over there, though. I see you. Ben not injury prone. He was trying to get his uncle fired. Al Gentry would be a great fit next to Rivers. Exactly. That's why that's a thumbnail. If you get both these guys in this organization, it's a great start. It's a start that we still got to fix the roster and do some touching up, but you can't ask for a better first signing. You get Brett Brown out of here. You get a guy like Doc Rivers who's well respected, that's going to bring free agents there. There's guys who would legit want to play with Doc Rivers. Now, you factor in his pool around the league. Maybe we can get one of these contracts off the books. So there's a lot of good things to be hopeful for if you're a Sixers fan right now. And so as my guy Ed Oliver over here talking that Washington stuff, get him out of here. Maybe Doc can scream his head off at Brett Brown's son, Howell Neto. He got to get off the squad. Shout out to Sam Hinkie. I knew you would say something like that. Ben's first injury was a fluke because some bum named Sean Long stepped under his foot as he landed. Facts. Steve Nash's goal was to tank with the Nets. I'll take it. Do a Sixers collab live stream with Philly Take with RB. Yeah. Actually, we hit each other up late tonight, or we would have been able to do it tonight. But we definitely going to get some collabs. Like I said, my guy Doc Rivers over here, he'd been waiting to get on the podium the whole night. I've been hogging it up. So just imagine MB getting doubled and passing the ball to a wide open Buddy Hield or to Devin Bertans. Like, if you get shooters on this team with an offensive-minded coach and Doc Rivers, the defense already being there with Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid as their rim protector. It's just, it already flows. It already flows. I'm in Florida, so I hit the bookie right next door to my shop, so I'm going to follow. Let me know. I'll lace you up with the ill PTP threads, fam. I got full print shop. Yo, wait, the digital print house. Are you the print champs for LB? Because LB told me about the print champs because, like I said, I talked to him a little bit off YouTube. But are you the print champs? Yo, just tuned in. Can you give a quick rundown of your opinion of the Doc hiring? Minute 41. I'm about to get up off here. Y'all keep getting me. But yeah, listen. I did drop a video when Doc was fired from the Clippers. The same day at night, I dropped a video saying the Sixers are interested and we should do it. I have some concerns, but we should do it. Then I dropped a video about an hour and a half before I went live talking about it. So you can check that out too. But John, I got you. Here's my take. He's going to be able to build a foundation for Philly that we haven't seen. He's going to bring a winning culture in here. And here's my thing. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are the future stars. I need to see them under a coach not named Brett Brown, which we are about to see. I believe Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are 75% complete. And Doc Rivers' job, his first job, is to complete their potential. How to complete Ben Simmons' potential is get him to shoot. Not just to shoot. We see him pull up in pre-games and practices all the time. It's confidence. Rajon Rondo came into the league. He was a regular point guard. Doc Rivers got him to introduce him into the floater, little mid-range, got his confidence up, didn't take no for an answer. That's what we need to complete Ben Simmons. As for Joel Embiid, every single thing is already there when it comes to the physical attributes. He needs fitness, conditioning, and dedication. If a coach can put that on Embiid and have Embiid locked in, he will be a problem. A problem. Fitness, condition, dedication, his problem, and the confidence to shoot. That's what I think Doc Rivers is going to come in and do right away. He'll bring the winning culture. He'll bring a couple flashy names that would like to play with the Sixers, will be able to move around some things, and he's going to hold this team accountable. The team was talented, even though we hate Al Horford and sometimes Tobias Harris and Josh Richardson. This team was the best team in the NBA when it comes to home games, but one of the worst teams on the road. You beat the Lakers, the Clippers, the Bucks, the Raptors, the Celtics at home, but lose to the Hawks, the Cavs, the Wizards, the Pistons on the road. That is leadership. That is accountability. That is losing the locker room. That's what it is. You can't be one thing here and one thing there that different if coaching is something we can count on. The guys ran wild, did whatever they want. Their talent prevailed at times at home, and it wasn't able to get them through. Doc Rivers is going to change the culture. My concerns were that he is the only coach in the NBA to blow a 3-1 lead. However, I'm going to put it on personnel. Tracy McGrady and the Magic were young. He was an 8 seed, wasn't supposed to be there. CP3 hasn't been able to win the big game. Blake Griffin's one of them guys as well. So I think he's in the East now. He has talent, and he's going to maximize it. The last time he was in the East with the Boston Celtics, he maximized it. Let's go. Get these guys where they need to be. Doc owns Brett. You already know. Another free agent is Wes Matthews, catching a 3-and-D guy. Brett coach's career is over. He might become assistant somewhere. I think Brett went to Australia to coach basketball. I think Brett might go back to the Spurs as assistant. I wonder if Mark Zumoff will call Doc Glenn. Hey, he might. Do you think Joel Embiid wants to stay because of coaching contract? I think Joel Embiid will like Doc Rivers, to be honest. I can't wait to hear what DJ Eastwood has to say about Doc and Rivers. You already know. He's definitely going to come with that fire. Doc is going to bring the chip home. He's better in the East. You already know. No, sir. I was going to do some other work for LB. Corona hit. I can do all the same stuff they do, but I got some other dope products and more print options for sure. Yo, hit me up on Twitter. We can definitely, because listen, I was actually about to drop merch, but then the coronavirus hit. Once it got better, I just been procrastinating, and I never got it. But I'm definitely into getting some hats, some hoodies, some shirts. We definitely talk, not throwing shade, but I do this, fam. North Philly hustle under the Florida sun. Hey, I'm with you. Definitely, like I said, hit me up. It's at Philly_Mike25. Follow me. I'll follow you. We get it popping. I love how outdated your background will be. Yeah. Listen, I looked for Sixers locker rooms, and all of them were either small, ugly, in the corner. This was the one that was nice. I just don't understand why they have the old one look nice with Dario Saric, but had to do it. He will make us better on the road team. You already know. Give up Richardson, Horford, and draft a pick if we got it for D Book. Whew. Devin Booker on this team would be lovely. Just straight lovely. 41 in a home record. I'll take it. Now, finally, we'll get to see pick and rolls. Also would like to see us run more 5 out with Ben at the 1 and more shooting around him. Yeah, you treat him like Giannis. Running the floor with shooting all over. Make the right decision. You already know. Good night, Mike. Go Sixers. You already know. We about to get up out of here, too. We need Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Hey, I don't think they're going to let them guys go. They'd be a fool to let them go. But like I said, shout out to everybody for coming through. Do me a favor and smash that like button on the way out. It's simple. It's free. It's cheap. Joel said he's hyped on Twitter. I definitely called that. Hey, this is the start. We still want to fix the roster. We still got things to do. But for us only being able to find our next coach, couldn't be on a better path. We could not be on a better path. Ty Lue is okay. Atkins, Alvin Gentry, who could possibly be our assistant. Mike D'Antoni, who I didn't like at all. I mean, there's a lot of options. We definitely got the right one quickly. The first sign of the comeback. Sixers wrestling heavyweight champs at home and jobbers on the road. Facts. Only way we get booked for Ben which most likely won't happen. Devin Booker's a problem. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, smash that like button on the way out. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We're going to have Sixers, Eagles, live streams, and regular scheduled programs throughout the week. And when the Eagles play, I will be doing live game-by-game play reactions. You'll see a live scoreboard. You'll have me here. We'll be in the stadium, all that good stuff. And when the Sixers come back, I will be doing the same thing. If you ever saw the live streams with the live score and all that stuff, we're going to rock that out for the Philadelphia 76ers once we get back to games. Probably go live through the draft too. Shout out to everybody. We can probably compete with the Nets, Bucks, and Heat now. I'll take that. Still no confidence in this front offense, sadly, even though I like Doc. That is true. Please don't trade for James Harden, please. Haha. And my guy, DeJounte Debris said like and subscribe. On that note,